Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Morag.
And you are listening to Culips.
If you want to learn English for everyday use, you've come to the right place. At Culips, we help make English understandable. By listening to our podcast, you can learn natural expressions and conversational structure. If you're interested in learning more about Culips and what we do, check us out on Facebook or our website, culips.com. That's CULIPS.com. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Today we are doing a Real Talk episode in which we focus on practical expressions for everyday use. So in today's episode, we are going to take a look at some vocabulary we use to shop for shoes.
Yeah. Have you ever had to use English when shopping for shoes? Today, we'll look at expressions that come in handy when you're shopping for some new kicks.
And we will start by listening to a dialogue between a customer at a shoe store and the employee that is helping her to find her new shoes.
And then we'll closely examine the dialogue and go over all the key vocabulary and expressions that we hear.
And lastly, we'll finish the episode by playing the dialogue one more time so that you can take another listen closely.
All right, let's get started. Here's today's dialogue. How are you doing? Can I help you find anything?
It's okay. I'm just looking around for now.
Sure. If you need anything, just let me know.
Sure. Wait, actually, excuse me. Do you have anything like this, but in black?
In black? I'll take a look in the back. What size are you?
I'm an 8.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I found something I think you're gonna like.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, try them on. See how they feel.
Hey, do you have a mirror anywhere?
Yeah, just over there.
Okay, thank you.
So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, they look good, but they're kind of uncomfortable. They're sort of narrow in the toe. I don't think they're going to work.
They just need to be broken in. They'll be tight for the first day, but after that, they'll be the most comfortable shoes you've ever owned.
Okay, well, I think you've sold me because they are really cute. So, okay, I'll take them. So in that dialogue, we just heard an interaction between a customer who's shopping for shoes and a sales clerk. Now we'll take a closer look at the key expressions that we heard in the dialogue.
So today we have 5 key expressions that we will examine. And the first one is, do you have anything like this but in black? Do you have anything like this but in black? So this is a question that the customer asks the sales clerk when she wants to know if they have a similar shoe to the one she is pointing at, but in a different color, in black. So we can use this kind of question construction when we're asking salespeople about the type of stock that they carry. We could say, do you have anything like this, but with a high heel? Or do you have anything like this, but in leather? So, yeah, in this dialogue, the customer wanted a similar looking shoe, but in a different color. She wanted it in black, so she asked, do you have anything like this, but in black.
Our second key expression is, what size are you? And this is a question that the sales clerk asked the customer. It's very common. You will hear this in any shoe shopping or clothing shopping experience in English. What size are you? There are a lot of different types of sizing, though, so it's kind of difficult. In North America, I'm an 8, but in Britain or the EU, I'm a 39. So you might have to do a little bit of research to see what the sizing conventions are in the place that you're trying to buy your shoes. But no matter what those are, you will always hear someone ask the question, what size are you? Because you need to have a shoe that fits.
Yeah, and so you raise a good point here. In different areas of the world, you use different numbers to convey your size. And in Canada, I think it's the most simple sizing system, really, because the numbers are low. So if you're a man, you're probably between a size 8 and, I don't know, a size 12 maybe. Probably 9 or 10 is the most common. And if you're a woman, what is maybe the average size? I don't know.
Average sizes for a woman would be anywhere from 6 to 10.
Definitely, if you're ever going to visit Canada and you plan on doing some shopping, research our sizes before you come. It will save you some hassle in the shoe store.
Definitely.
Okay, so our next expression is try them on and see how they feel. Try them on and see how they feel. So this is something that the sales clerk says to the customer after he gives her the shoes that she requested. So he went to the back of the store into the stockroom, found the shoes she wanted, gives them to her, and then says, try them on and see how they feel. And so, yeah, this is just something that you will hear from a sales clerk. He just wants you to test the shoes to make sure they're comfortable, to make sure you like the way that they look and the way that they feel. So this is probably an expression that you'll hear more than you will use. But, you know, if you're shopping with a friend and your friend is kind of hesitating, do I want to buy this item? Do I not? Well, you can tell your friend, hey, just try it on, see how it feels. Maybe it'll be perfect, or maybe you'll hate it right away. This can help them make up their mind, I think.
I think you're right. It's also important to make sure like you have the right size to try something on and see how it feels.
Yeah, and so one last thing about this expression, try 'em on. This is really sort of a casual way of saying try them on. But I think in fluent everyday speech, the them gets reduced to an M. So we say try 'em on, not try them on. It's just a little easier to pronounce, but this could be a little bit confusing. So the them in this expression is reduced to M. Try 'em on.
All right, so our fourth key expression is they're a little narrow in the toe. This is something that our customer says to the sales clerk to express that the shoe's a bit uncomfortable. So she says, they're a little narrow in the toe. They're a little narrow in the toe. And that means that they're not wide enough. There isn't enough room in the toe area for the customer's foot.
So there may be pinching at the top of the shoe.
They're too narrow. So narrow and wide. If there's too much room, you can say it's too wide. Too narrow, there isn't enough room. So can you think about what other expressions other than narrow and wide you could use to talk about a shoe being uncomfortable?
Well, it's pretty easy for me to think of some expressions, but I'm curious about all the listeners out there. What are some other ways we can talk about shoes being uncomfortable? We're going to pause for a moment and let you think, and then Morag and I will share some of our thoughts with you. So here's 20 seconds. If you need longer, pause the podcast. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about all the different ways you could describe a pair of shoes being uncomfortable. Okay, Morag, I think that's long enough. What came to your mind?
Too small, too big, too tight. It's rubbing my heel.
Yeah, so essentially we can always just say something's too small, it's too big, it's too tight, it's too uncomfortable, it's too this, it's too that, right? This is a great way to describe a pair of uncomfortable shoes, and these are all expressions you can use when you are at the shoe store looking for some new shoes.
Mm-hmm. And you can always, to be more specific, you can always say it's too tight on my blank. So it's too tight on my big toe. It's too tight on my heel, or too wide, that sort of thing. You can get a little bit more precise with any of those by saying on my, and then specify a part of your foot.
Definitely. Okay. And our last expression for today is they just need to be broken in. They just need to be broken in. And this is what the sales clerk says to the customer after the customer says that the shoes are a little bit uncomfortable. And so the essential part of this expression is the verb to break in. And when you break in something, you wear it or use it until it becomes comfortable. And so we usually say that a new pair of boots or a new pair of shoes, they need to be broken in. You need to wear them for a little bit until the shoes adjust to your feet and they're comfortable for you to wear. This is what we mean by breaking in. So when the sales clerk tells the customer they just need to be broken in, he's kind of being a sneaky sales guy, isn't he? He's saying, oh, even though they're uncomfortable, they won't be in the future. And who knows if this is true? Sometimes it's true. Yeah.
Sometimes. I definitely think that's true. Some of my favorite shoes are Birkenstocks, and those do need to be broken in. They specifically conform to your feet, and they're really uncomfortable for a little while, but then they get awesome. So, maybe he was right.
You never know. Buyer beware, right?
Yeah. It's usually better to find shoes that are comfortable right off the bat.
Okay, well, those are the 5 key expressions for today's episode. Now we're going to play the dialogue for you one more time. So when you listen to the dialogue this time, really try to pay close attention to the expressions that Morag and I just discussed to see how they're used one more time. So here's the dialogue again for you right now. How are you doing? Can I help you find anything?
It's okay. I'm just looking around for now.
Sure. If you need anything, just let me know.
Sure. Wait, actually, excuse me. Do you have anything like this, but in black?
In black? I'll take a look in the back. What size are you?
I'm an 8.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I found something I think you're gonna like.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, try them on. See how they feel.
Hey, do you have a mirror anywhere?
Yeah, just over there.
Okay, thank you.
So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, they look good, but they're kind of uncomfortable. They're sort of narrow in the toe. I don't think they're going to work.
They just need to be broken in. They'll be tight for the first day, but after that, they'll be the most comfortable shoes you've ever owned.
Okay, well, I think you've sold me because they are really cute. So, okay, I'll take them.
Well, Morag, I think that's all we have time for today.
I think you're right, Andrew. But before we go, I wanted to remind all of our listeners to visit culips.com and consider becoming Culips members, because a Culips membership is perfect for people who are really serious about studying their English.
Culips members get access to our learning materials, which are designed to help you improve your English skills and level up.
Yeah, their learning materials are really, really helpful. Maybe the best way to study while listening to Culips.
Yeah, you'll get transcripts, detailed explanations of the key expressions that you hear during our episodes, plus bonus expressions too, as well as quizzes for each and every episode.
Yeah, so check out culips.com today to learn more about becoming a Culips member.
That's it for now. We'll be back soon with another episode, so we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.